My name is Julian Baladurage. I'm half German, half Sri Lankan. I work in London. I've lived in several places. I've lived in Dubai, in the US, in Spain, Switzerland, Germany, Sri Lanka. And our company is based in the IT field. After graduating from Barcelona, from EU, I went to London, to Hull, to do a 1 year's master's. And in that time frame, I pulled up my own company, which I already incorporated during my time at EU. During my second year at EU, I had some spare time, and a lot of the professors were from the industry, so they were quite motivating in that field. One particular professor, his name is Sargar, he was at the EU London campus. He helped me a lot. And the initial idea was to give SMEs social media consulting, because a lot of them were quite behind it. And you can imagine 3-4 years ago, it hadn't picked up as much as it has now. So that was the initial idea, and then it branched out into a sort of consulting and strategy. We got professors involved. And then 2 years ago, we really niched into the IT field, so mobile and website design development, and also supporting strategy, marketing. So our key client base are startups, whereas we also have corporates. The original idea is at uni, I saw a lot of people, students, who wanted to apply their knowledge, but didn't really have the chance because they were only students. And a lot of internships didn't really offer them what they were looking for. So I thought it's great to take their knowledge and give it to some of the SMEs who might not have the knowledge on those very fast-moving trends in social media, and so on and so forth. The lucky side for MBJ was that I incorporated it in the second and third year of my undergrad. So I sort of had the time, and I wasn't pressured yet to right away make profit or even really establish a fixed revenue stream. So that gave me some time, and later on when Tony, my business partner, joined, gave us some time to really establish the idea. And then once we graduated, we had projects lined up and we could right away start. So I would say 2 years, but that's definitely not full-time, because next to it we did our masters and we had other obligations. Right now in total we're 14, so we have 12 people working with us. But it's an amazing feeling, especially considering that in the beginning we were 2, and now having a whole team. I mean, when Tony and I traveled to Barcelona yesterday, we got to the hotel, we went down to the lobby, opened our laptops, and there was a flow of emails, and we just see things keep moving even if we're not around. And I mean, that's a great feeling, knowing that you were at the beginning of this and that you have a team behind you which believes in the idea and which is working very hard. So that's a great feeling, which is also pretty much what gets me up in the morning. One of my best friends, I used to live with him. I only met him at EU. He had a very entrepreneurial mind, so already at EU we discussed a lot of ideas. He was very fond of my idea. He's actually running his own business right now in Germany, in LA. Another friend of mine, he established a drinks company, a soft drink in the US. They sell in over 2,000 stores now around the US. So he's actually the one who referred me to European University. And as well the professors coming from the industry being very supportive in each aspect. Whatever you would ask them for, they would provide you with their contacts or any knowledge. Some of the EU professors, former EU professors even, are working with us on certain projects. Let it be your business partner or the people working with you, or even if you outsource to people, they need to have the same mindset as you. Your interests need to be aligned. And never trade off skills for attitude or personality, because no matter how good someone is at doing something, if their attitude doesn't fit into your business concept, it's going to get very difficult at some point. Once we started working together, we weren't friends. We purely met on the professional level. We met through a finance course at our master's program, where we started talking about the consulting project, and he had a very similar idea than I did. So we slowly started working together. So I know that I'm not easy to work with, and neither is he, but we have basically 3 traits which you meet a lot of people at business schools. They talk a lot about things, but they don't realize them. So our aim is we set to-do lists, for example, very basic, and we get things done, because this is one thing which is oftentimes hindering the growth of startups. Too many ideas and not actually the will to realize those ideas. So that's why they mostly just stay an idea. Secondly, well, reliability. I know when Tony's in London, I need to go travel, I can rely on him, I have no doubt. And obviously trust. Yeah, I mean, trust is the foundation. So you need to be able to trust that person 100%. Furthermore, that you're on the same stage. So when we started after graduation, we were on the same stage in terms of financial independence. So we have just graduated. We didn't have any buffer in terms of financial. So that helped us because we were both in 100%. I imagine it to be difficult working with someone who already has a, let's say, fixed income stream doing this, because he might not be as desperate about getting that business to work. In my opinion, one of the most important traits is not giving up. Because especially in the beginning, there's going to be so many struggles. People are not going to believe in you. They're going to tell you that your idea doesn't work. To keep going, regardless, even if you have a huge debt in your bank account. You see things are not going the way they should, but as long as you believe in the idea, basically not giving up and really learning out of those mistakes rather than letting them drag you down. Because a lot of people, they claim to be entrepreneurs, and the smallest thing comes up and they say, okay, well, I'm going to give up, I'm going to get a corporate job. As easy as that. So that's one of the most important traits, next to many different ones, but yeah, that's one of the ones which I could say is one of the most important ones.